Kol, Haloyam La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakat Kodash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hope for 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, K'nai. And this will be titled Street Sweeper. Okay? Referring to no longer being on the streets, all right? This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, Allah, power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread. Now, we do know that famine is coming because it's being manufactured, but that's not what this is speaking on. Nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Now, how do we hear the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? That's why I named it Street Sweeper, because the prophets, the sincere prophets, starting at the house of Great Millstone, who hit the highways and byways and prophesied week in, week out. Today being one of those days of camp. Today, tomorrow, and some people camp throughout the whole week. Okay, but the Lord said He will put an end to these teachings, and right now I'm on the digital episcopal, okay, YouTube, but that's going to be ended too. Prior, simultaneously, you won't be able to do any of this. This is the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, okay? And they shall wander from sea to sea. Who is they? Those who had this opportunity, that walked past these camps, that scroll past these videos so they can watch somebody shake their ass that are being educated or being warned, because that's what we've been doing. That's what we're doing. We're giving you warning of what's to come, okay? The signs of the time. And they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. So from all corners of the earth, all right? They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua and shall not find it. Okay? And this is part of Yahweh. This is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua's will to shut this down. See, some of these false prophets want to be content here in spiritual Babylon and all over the world. They want to fit in and be comfortable when Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is shutting this place down for Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning. And who's going to rule in Jacob's kingdom? Yahushua, King David, and the election. Okay? And that's what we look forward to. So we must go through this process. All right? This is the Fair Act 107. I'm not selling a product. This is strictly for educational purposes.
Australia is an important ally of ours. It seems like I was having trouble understanding why the administration, the Biden administration, the Trump administration before it, this was, totally, again, this is uniparty stuff, thinking this was important, even though it was infuriating civil liberties, some of our allies like Australia. It was again, a bad look given our condemnations of Russia doing the same thing. So finally, that has gotten through and they've decided no more of this.
Right. And of course, these charges are coming under the Espionage Act. That's what they've been after Assange for quite some time. And it really reads like an evil empire kind of law, that any information release that relates to national defense with the intent or reason to believe that the information may be used for the injury of the United States or the advantage of any foreign nation. Mm-hmm. So we have to just absolutely pledge our absolute allegiance to the United States.
Salakia. What I'm playing for you is the reporter Julian Assange, which I had been sleeping on because I'm so used to hearing reporters, especially dealing with wartime, being everything from harass to kill. So that's not new to me. But I've been sleeping on this. I believe that even Elder Malcolm of the Chicago had covered this. This man, nobody's innocent, all right, had perished being innocent. But this is the Edomite that exposed spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt for their filthy wrongdoings, and he got jailed for up to 5 years for telling the truth, for telling the truth. Okay, so how much more are they going to do the saints of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua when they come down with this harsh draconian measurement, okay?
How is reporting on simply what the U.S. military is doing an injury to the United States? If they are doing those things and people knowing about them, the only people making the United States a target are the people doing the things that makes the United States a target. Doing the torture, killing civilians abroad, waging war against nations and the civilian population of nations who are not even guilty on the
And what does the scripture say? He is not in trouble like other men. Who is he? Well, Job gave us an indication. Edom, okay? He is not in trouble like other men, all right? Until the Lord let him fulfill his wickedness, his wicked deeds, okay? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Job 9:24. Therefore, he cannot be in trouble like other men. He sets the standard.
Set of what they were accused of. And so it's really ridiculous that this is an enforceable law in the United States. I think when it was initially enacted in 1917, they were more so thinking of people releasing information about
that 1917. I was just listening to a installment from the Indianapolis camp for thy violence against thy brother. And that was brought up in 1917. United States was using the concentration camps, okay? And doing doing Israel, Jacob bad. The northern tribe doing them bad, okay? So of course they write all type of policies and rules to protect their self, okay?
nuclear sites were in the US so that they can't be targeted by foreign nations. But simply reporting on what our military is up to, I just don't think it should be something that someone can be persecuted under with the Espionage Act.
Think of what espionage, the term espionage literally refers to. It refers to not making public secret government information, but taking secret government information, yes, military secrets or the identities of spies, and sharing that with enemy governments. So if they're calling this espionage, what they're saying is that the American people is the enemy, is the foreign threat, right? This is
now pay attention to what he just said, because that's what the prophets are sent to do. To take what we witness, as we set on the post, and we witness it, and then we give it to you. We give you that, we inform you. Okay? And hey, we're informing you this spiritual Babylon and all around the world, but starting in spiritual Babylon is pure wicked. Okay? And because of that, they're going to say stop. Okay? We've become the enemy. We've been the enemy.
Closure of information that the public ought to know. And our government has gotten so knee-jerk secretive with routine overclassification of everything. It's actually very easy to commit if that's the crime.
Okay. This is the book of Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, behold, I will raise up against Babylon. This is spiritual Babylon over here, the United States of America, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that raise up against me a destroying wind. Now, how do they raise up against Yahweh? Everything over here is anti-Hamashiach, the anti-Christ, as they like to call it. It's all around you. It's everything that's opposition to his law, statutes, and commandments. And that's what this place breeds on. Okay? A destroying wind. And what's that destroying wind? The ICBMs, but also these sleeper cell soldiers that they got over here that are about to cause chaos. And that's the only, they don't have any good intentions through sending them over here. And you've seen the videos where it's not just Northern Tribe coming, okay? You can't just blame the Northern Tribe. They say China, Africa, coming through the southern border, okay? And I will send upon Babylon fanners, that's them, that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the days of trouble, they shall be against her around about. So this has already took place. They're here. Biden open the gate for him to come in, okay, with his policies, all right? And it was all planned. It was all planned, okay? So through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, okay, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. Now don't they shoot off these rockets to everybody else and it hasn't came back over here? And against him that lifteth himself up in his brigadine, and that brigadine is your basis, okay, which where do we have them? All around the United States, because we can't stay home. And spare ye not her young men, and that's that draft, okay, that's that draft that's coming for you young men and women, okay. Destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Host goes into army. And if you know what's going on in Ukraine, they're at an 80% death rate due to that war with Russia. Now they want to volunteer your children, and it's going to be everybody. You know, if you're not with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, your ass is in trouble. Okay? All right, this is the book of Psalms 60, 64, and 8. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So once again, Julian Assange is an Edomite. And what did he do? He opened his mouth and told the truth. He exposed the United States of America for their wrongdoing, which is part of NATO. Okay, because it's NATO involved with it. And that's what they've been doing for over 70 years. Stealing, robbing, raping. Okay, then want to point the finger at everybody else. Hamas, October 7th, raped those people. Comes find out shady ass non-proof of it. But they're doing it right now, though, to them. And live and then they keep saying October 7th, while the death rate just continues to climb up. Okay? They never make sense at all. So once again, Julian is part of them having their own tongues fall upon themselves, him exposing his people. Okay? Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah promised that. This is the book of Sirach. 10 and 2. As the judges of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So the military is only acting out what they're allowed to act out, what they've been given the purpose to do. Okay? So once again, Trump and Biden was accepting him being locked away for the truth of our military's behavior, for exposing the military for unlawful, wrong decrees. Same thing, like they said, the same things that we say you can't do, they're allowed to do. Okay? Biggest hypocrites on earth starts here in spiritual Babylon. Hold on. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Okay? So basically, this is the will of, once again, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, to bring this place to a knot, to bring, once again, to set E down to the dirt. All right? He had his rulership and it's at an end across the whole world. They do not have next. They're done. Okay? They're Trading Places. Good, great movie. Trading Places. Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd. Watch it if you get an opportunity. All right? All set up by the elites. All set up by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? Here's another proportion for you.
that money is going to that. It jeopardizes our national security to have the US military use such extreme methods of torture against people, oftentimes, who didn't end up telling the US any useful information as a result, and were exonerated afterwards and found not to be who US military officials thought they were. And Julian Assange really ran so people like Daniel Jones could walk and ultimately release that torture report. But really what we saw from Julian Assange was people gunning down Iraqi civilians from helicopters and just thousands of pages of documents on what the US was up to during those wars.
So Julian exposed spiritual Babylon for the same acts that so-called Israel's doing right now. Sniping women, sniping kids, sniping. That's not an accident. Sniping. Okay? Not even really cared about so-called hostages, because they want the reason to say, no, you haven't done enough. We got to go in and kill them. Remember, it's all about the boogeyman. It's really about not keeping it home. They said Gaza would be a nice tourist attraction. Put it like that. To save time.
And the U.S. condemns other countries for imprisoning journalists, for prosecuting journalists. Russia right now is doing this to a Wall Street Journal reporter, Evan Gershkovich. It is utterly unconscionable. It is certainly wrong. I stand with and agree with.
Okay, be looking for this false flag. All right. This is the book of Habakkuk. Habakkuk. And 2 and 5. Ye also, because he transgressed by wine. What's wine? We know his philosophies, his draconian measurements. I can do what you can't do. We'll write rules against you, but we won't follow them. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Okay? And that's what this goes into. Who enlargeth his desire as hell. As hell? Yes, because hell is a condition, okay, that we live in, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations. Once again, that brigadine that we spoke of, they're all over the world. But United States, that's why we're in all these conflicts, because we cannot stay at home, okay? But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. What is this known as? The melting pot. Okay. All the government. Okay. Really, Psalms 83, all against Jacob. And then you have to throw in Jacob's own people, the 2/3 that play right into the hands of the wicked. Okay. But yes, this is the melting pot. And that's why those sleeper cells are here now, about the defenders, about to tear this place up. Okay. This is Jeremiah 50, starting at 20 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut to asunder and broken? Okay, what's the hammer of the earth? Wreck-It Ralph. Only know one thing to do: beat and pound. Spiritual Babylon. Okay, starting with Edom. All right, who runs it? How is Babylon? Look, spiritual Babylon become a desolation amongst the nations? Because I can tell you this. Okay, it says right here, I have laid a snare. Who is I? Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. That's what I was about to say. For thee. And thou art also taken, O Babylon. And thou wasn't not aware. Yeah, the leaders thought that the house was going to go on forever. Lindsey Graham. Blow it out. Blow it out. But when this draft comes, his child ain't supposed to go. Okay? Just like Ben Jayunat. His son fled the war against Gaza and came over to Miami and took a damn DNA test, which says that they're not the people. Okay? Not that we rely on that information, but You see how they operate? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast strived against Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Once again, building up they're building up in the nest of heaven, building their nest up in the heavens, which is the skies. Okay, I heard a man said that they played golf on the moon. I'm like, bro, y'all just say anything. I mean, that shit's blasphemy right there. Just to pretend like that on the news that, yeah, we played golf on the moon before. No, you haven't. Took a step on the moon and you won't. All right. All right. So they striven with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Once again, they've gone against his law, statutes, and commandments. They are the vessel created for wrath. And in his due time, he's being patient, which is patience going to waiting and suffering. Now, Yahweh's not suffering, but he's allowing his children to, okay? Because it's his will, and we will be rewarded those who are patient, okay? The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. This is the book of Isaiah 26, verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked. Oh, here we go. Okay. Who is the wicked? We've already identified them. Edom. Once again, Ben J. Talking about Amalek gotta go. We gotta get Amalek. You are Amalek. You are the little curly Q little head people. So Thawada for pointing that out. Now, when it's all the way exposed, it's going to go down the way you said it with your little Samson act, destroy everything. Okay, even Putin. If I can't be here, y'all can't be here. That's the everybody got to go. And that's the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So they think. So let favor be shown to the wicked. Yet will he not learn righteousness in the land of the upright of righteousness? What land is that? That is Israel, Yasharallah, where they dwell now as a bastard and Astra. In the land of uprightness, where they have Letterman agenda parades that are about the biggest in the world, where they do wicked experiments, staying straight up out of a movie. Okay, yeah, they practice these acts right there. Will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai? Okay, so this is all taking place right now. Why? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is giving us all the signs that we need to line this up. That's why he sent his watchman to give you warning. And that's why I named this Street Sweeper, because it's going down. He's about to close this up, and we look forward to it. We love doing the work, but we look forward to the work coming to an end and being rewarded. Those, once again, his saints that were patient. This is Jeremiah 50:8. Remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as he goats before the flock. Now, did I want that? Let's get the Salakia. I believe I wanted that, but I want to be able to break it down correctly. But yes, remove out the midst of Babylon. That's speaking to us, to Yasharallah, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, okay? And not fly about, not dry about. Remove your mind, your lob from next week is the 4th of July. I've been offered so many fireworks. I'm traumatized off them things. My ass is gonna be in the house. Okay, I got stories. We can go into stories about firecrackers. I don't fuck with them. I hate them. Okay, this is but that's just one example. Fuck your Christmas too. Straight scripture. Okay, this is NLT, Jeremiah 50:8. But now flee from Babylon, not once again mentally, not in the car or in an airplane. Lead the land of the Babylonians like male goats at the head of the flock. Lead my people home again. Now, who's going to do that? Yahweh Shai. Okay, so once we say it, we returning, telling you to turn to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and away from this wickedness. Don't be thinking about voting for them two bums, those two disgusting old ass dementia having bums who are set up by the elite just to bring this place to a knot anyway. So we care less who wins. Oh, and by the way, that a 2025 agenda, which is going to push this all the way to the forefront, all the way, is going to be handled by whoever runs spiritual Babylon. And it's not about Trump. They making it a Trump thing, but we could care less who leads this place into the ground, long as it's led to the ground. And it's not coming back up, because what does the scripture say? When they say peace comes sudden destruction. All right, so we're not worried about y'all putting Babylon back together again. That's a no-go. So here's another verse for you. Summing that up, we went from Jeremiah to Revelations, from Old to New Testament. Same song, 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, was woe going to destruction, war, to the inhabitations of the earth and of the sea. And we see the sea now. We see it now, these creatures capsizing, committing suicide, and is pretty much killing over. For the devil, who was the devil, the adversary, the deceiver, once again, the enemy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. See, the elites see everything going on. They see the host of angels coming, and what we call out of space, Yahushai and his host of the army coming in them chariots. They see that. Okay, we even seen the video of a floating, looking like a city, from the telescopes. Okay. So they know what's coming. They know that they can't defeat what's coming too. They use years like thousands of years ahead. No, there is no time that you can stamp the technology of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You just ain't got it. Okay, it's reserved for him and his people. Yasharallah, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, and also you speckled birds that look like other nations, but you go back to your father's seed, your lineage. They hate all of us. Okay, Revelations 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come up out of her. Didn't we just read something similar to that in Jeremiah 50 and 8? Come up out of her. My people, who is his people? You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics. That ye be not partakers of her sins, okay? Which we are right now. We're in a filthy condition, okay? And that ye receive not of her plagues, okay? Those plagues going to them ICBMs, some intercontinental ballistic missiles, and also famine, the Esau's sword for the last time. All of these are the plagues, okay? And that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the beast created for punishment, okay? These are the plagues. And how do you come up out of her? Once again, spiritually. But now this is literally going into having his saints being brought up into those chariots, that they be protected from those ICBMs and from the chariot lasers, the high concentrated lasers coming. So that's what he's saying when he says come up out of her. Okay, let's correct that. All right, but you, once again, that comes through Kasad, mercy, through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which you have to already be lined up for that. It's not going to just be, oh, okay, I believe now, Lord. No, too late, too little. That's not what he's going to accept. Okay, and I pray that this has been edifying. I'm going to end this off with the book of Second Esdras. You can't, because these are the times we are. Second Esdras and 16. Starting at 13. Okay, and this is the plagues, so don't get it twisted. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Now, what is capable to be shot to the ends of the world? These missiles, these hypersonic missiles, okay? Behold, the plagues, then we just read plagues, are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So they're going to shoot up and rain down. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth, and not all the earth. This where they're appointed. All of Adumia's got to go, other than the elites. So, the elites will go high and then they'll be brought out to start their captivity. Okay, their captivity. All right. And like as a arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. They're going to do the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. His spirits are in them. Okay, and this is a righteous man speaking. Edris, woe is me, twice, because he's seeing these visions in his day. Who will deliver me in those days? And the answer is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Once again, through his son Yahweh Shai, through the angels, through those chariots. If Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua find you worthy. Also, he said, be faithful unto death, and then you will be with him in the first round. Okay? But death is not for everybody. Some people get to go up in those chariots and avoid that. But to those who will encounter death, you're okay, because you're doing it through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the only way to go. So his answer is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and having faith. I pray that this has been edifying. Once again, this has been Street Sweeper. Be prepared for these prophets to have their mouths closed up. And then it's over. It's what you know and the faith that you have. And that's it. I pray that this has been edifying. Shalom.